guys, so today's video is going to be a Sephora haul. It is officially our favorite time of the year where Sephora puts everything on sale, and I believe this only happens like twice a year, in the spring and in the winter time. And it is finally back. I am so excited. I actually had no idea the VIB sale was going on, but I was DMing a friend of mine, Swatched and Polished on Instagram, and we were talking about the new Milk Cosmetics Mary Jane palette that I just had to get. And she was asking me if I picked it up during the sale, and I was like, oh my god, the sale is going on. I had no idea. So I quickly ran to Sephora. I threw the Mary Jane palette in my cart. Thank you, Serena. All thanks to you. But not only did I get this, I got like 100 other things, so we're gonna talk about them. And of course, like always, whenever I do these haul videos, I like to try on a lot of the products so that you guys can see it in action. So I'm gonna be inserting those clips throughout the video. Let's go. Also, I keep looking down to make sure my nipple doesn't pop out of this tiny bra that's under my shirt. So if you see a nip slip, don't look. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this because I want to get it out of the way, because this might be a huge gimmick, but okay, but I bought it anyway. So this is from a brand called Augustinus Bader. I don't know. But this is their body cream. It's called the body cream with TFC8. And basically I bought it because it's supposed to be really good for cellulite. It says inspired by 30 years of research. This rich, luxurious, and intensely moisturizing body cream floods the skin with intense hydration, infused with natural amino acids, high-grade vitamins, and synthesized molecules. Our proprietary TFC8 guides key nutrients to skin cells to encourage more even, firm, and toned looking skin. It's supposed to leave your skin feeling really, really soft, smooth, nourished, and with a dewy glow. And I was reading a lot of reviews from people saying that this cream helped them out with cellulite because mama's got cellulite all over her ass. Honestly, I am really excited, okay? I'm really excited. And it doesn't smell like anything, which is nice. I mean, I would have liked it to smell nice, but I like that it doesn't smell bad. And yeah, I'm gonna be using this on my legs and my butt every single day, and then I will give you guys an update. I might as well jump into the Mary Jane palette. So this is the brand new Milk Cosmetics palette. It's really, really pretty. I personally love Milk Cosmetic eyeshadows. They make some of the best eyeshadows ever. Like, in my opinion, Milk Cosmetics, Il Makiage, Natasha Denona, and Pat McGrath have excellent eyeshadow formulas. They literally blend themselves. And so this is the new Mary Jane palette, which actually matches my shirt. And the palette itself is kind of cool. It has like these little confetti like sprinkles inside the name, and it moves around when you like move the palette. And then you get like the most rich, yummy, delicious, cool toned eyeshadows in the palette. And I love that it's not all like super cool tone. Like, of course you have your silvers and stuff, but you also have other shades in here that kind of warm up the palette a little bit. Like this really beautiful bronze. This is actually the color I'm wearing in my entire lid. I have Mari in the crease, Rubia on the outer corners, Bow all over my lid, and then I have Sinsemilla, that's on the outer corners, and then I have a little bit of Mary Jane right in the center of my lid because I absolutely love how this like yellow, green, gold pairs with the bronze. It's so pretty. You can get so many different looks out of this, but I love that everything is very sultry and smoky and sexy. I love shades like this. Honestly, when it comes to palettes, I'm currently really loving neutrals and glitters. I love a super sparkly lid, but I want it to have a neutral tone. I want it to be a bronze or a gold or something wearable like that, but still like rich and delicious. Yeah, I love this palette. I've only used it once and I already love it. I was dying to try out the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I picked mine up in the shade 9. It is definitely too deep for me, but I think it's gonna be perfect for me in the summer months when I get a little bit more of a tan. But honestly, I feel like I could even still get away with it now. The good thing about this product is because it's a blurring skin tint, you can kind of get away with wearing a color that doesn't match you perfectly because it does blend out and it gets a little bit sheer and it just blends right into the skin. So you don't need a perfect color match. I actually feel like I can get away with a few shades, with a few different shades. And what's interesting about it is, even though it is sheer and it is kind of like a skin tint, it has really good coverage. As I was blending it into the skin, I was noticing that my skin looked so smooth. It was covering up my redness. It actually made like a pretty flawless canvas. The coverage is really nice. It says it has light to medium coverage, which I do agree with, but I feel like you could even build this up to get full coverage. The only thing I don't love about this is that I started noticing right away that it was sinking into my lines, like the lines in between my brows, especially my smile lines. And like I've said before 100 times, I have lines there. Foundation is going to sink in it no matter what. But some foundations will emphasize my smile lines more than others, and I feel like this is one that is emphasizing it quite a bit. So that's the only thing I don't love. I will have to play around with it, mix it with other stuff, and see how I like it. But so far, I do really like the finish. I think my skin looks really good. I also picked up this product from Goop Beauty, and I've never tried this before, but this is the GoopGlow Glow Lotion, and this is their featherweight hydrator. And this is honestly kind of like a daytime moisturizer, like a perfect daily moisturizer. It says it's an all-day brightening hydrator that leaves the skin really silky, fresh, and glowing, and it's supposed to combat dullness from a full spectrum of light aggressors. Is that a little marketing gimmick? Perhaps. Did I fall for it? Perhaps. But it's made with spirulina, protein, a ton of crap I can't pronounce, squalene, all that good stuff. It honestly, it sounds good. I'd have to check with Skincare by Hiram to see how good it is. But I mean, it sounds good. And I basically used it today as my primer underneath my foundation. This is the kind of product that I intend on like throwing on in the mornings after I wash my face, like right before my SPF, before I head out the door, something like that. I don't know, I have to continue to use it, but I mean, it felt really nice on the skin. And there's no like sparkle in this, which is really nice. It's just nice and hydrating. Okay, I also picked up the Kosas Airbrow Fluff and Hold Treatment Gel. I wanted to test this out because I love trying out different brow gels, and I picked mine up in the shade Dark Brown. And honestly, I was so excited the second I put it on. As I was applying it, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna be super in love with this. It like glued my hairs up pretty quickly. I felt like it gave me some volume. Everything just looked really good, but honestly, I've been sitting here for about an hour now, and I feel like my brow hairs are already falling. It's not super like long lasting, like it doesn't hold in place. It gives you like nice feathery brows, it gives you some volume. It has like little fibers that stick to your brows, so it makes your brows look thicker, like it actually does help thicken your brows. They just don't leave them in place all day. So I would probably use this, and then on top of it, I'll use my Nude Sticks Brow Gel, and I feel like that would make a really good combination. Actually, this is pretty much exactly like the Glossier Boy Brow, which I really do love, and I use all the time. I just don't use it as like a gel, like, you know, like a holding gel. I use it more as like a brow volumizer, and I feel like I'm gonna use this in the exact same way. So yeah, I mean, I like it. So far, so good. And also, really quick, I love this freaking packaging. So custom, so cute, just reminds me of the 90s. I really like Kosas. If you haven't tried this brand out, they have really great stuff. I love their mascara. Their bronzer's nice. They have a bunch of stuff I really like. Okay, so this is a little bit random, but I always buy Gucci lip products whenever they come out. Well, not always, and not all of them, but Gucci does release like the most beautiful vintage looking lipsticks ever. Let me go grab mine. They're super pricey, and honestly, I don't even know if it's worth it because I'm not even wearing them. I literally I buy them to display them because I freaking love the packaging. But these are my Gucci lipsticks. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You're okay. You're okay. I especially love this one. It reminds me of old vintage bed sheets. So cute. Point is, I love Gucci lipsticks. They're so vintage looking. I don't know, it like reminds me of the 20s. So nice. And then I saw that they recently came out with these Glow and Care lip colors, which honestly seemed like a formula I was really gonna like because I love sheer lip colors. You guys know that's like my obsession at the moment. I love juicy sheer lips. Love them. So I was super interested in this formula. It has 24-hour hydration, supposed to be really great, but so many of them were sold out. So I was only able to get my hands on this one. This is the shade Virginia Scarlett. And look at this packaging. I love it so much. I love it so much. And I really love the color. It's actually the lip color I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing it on top of this Jaclyn Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Hot Tea. Honestly, these Jaclyn Cosmetics lip liners are really great. They last forever and they're super smooth. I was actually very impressed by them. But anyway, I threw that on my entire lips, and then I popped on the Virginia Scarlett lip, and it is just so juicy, so beautiful. I didn't want to pack this color on because I didn't want it to like clash too much with my eyes. I wanted kind of like a 90s warm red moment, which is why I combined those two. But this on its own, like really packed on the lips, must be so incredibly beautiful. It's gonna be perfect for the summertime. I cannot wait. This is actually one of the lipsticks that I'm going to wear. I'm going to wear this one all the time. I'm kind of glad I was forced to buy this one because I forgot how much I love orange lips, like juicy orange sheer lips. So nice. Okay, you guys know I love cream blush. And And so I picked up 3 of these. This is the new Hourglass Vanish Blush Stick, and these are really great for those of you who love cream blush but don't like super dewy cream blushes. If you have oily skin and you love cream blush, I feel like you're going to love these because they kind of have a matte finish. But since they are cream blushes, it's not like a powdery matte, a drying matte. It's not gonna make your skin look dry if you have dry skin. It's a nice, comfortable, like creamy satin finish. And I picked up 3 shades. I'm currently wearing one on my cheeks right now. I have a combo. I have another blush on top, which I'm gonna show you in a second. But right now I am wearing a little bit of Devoted on my cheeks. And this color is so stunning, very natural, and so easy to blend. Like you can blend it on the back of your hand. You can put it directly on the brush if you're gross like me. And honestly, it just blends so easily. It doesn't look patchy on the skin. You don't have to like work with it and try to blend it in. It applies itself. It's such an easy to work with formula considering it is a matte blush. Usually these are a little bit trickier when they're creams, but this applied so nicely. I really like the formula, especially since I have so many cream blushes in my collection that are dewy and juicy, which I love, but I do like to mix it up a little bit. So like I said, I picked up 3 shades. I got Loyal, Wonder, and Devoted, and I love all of them. They are so beautiful. Very pricey, but definitely a nice, rich formula. And then the blush I'm wearing on top of Devoted is actually this Bare Minerals Gen Nude Blonzer. So this is a blush and bronzer, and I picked up the shade Kiss of Copper. I think some of these were sold out too. I wanted another shade, but I couldn't get it. But this color is so freaking beautiful. It's pretty much a blush. I don't really consider this a bronzer. If anything, I consider it like a blusher, like a blush and a highlighter, because it is a very glowy blush. But I can see kind of like that bronzery undertone where it's like warm and juicy. It's like a combination of a bronzer, blush, and highlight in one. And this color just makes your cheeks sing. Honestly, as soon as I applied it on top of that Hourglass blush, it gave it such a pretty like glowy, coppery look. I try not to apply too much because it is a very pigmented blush and I was already wearing blush, but it is such a stunning color. Would probably look so beautiful on its own, even like without bronzer, like a nice summery out the door look, like just a little bit of blush, mascara. Oh, so nice. Okay, so this I'm kind of on the fence about a little bit. So I bought the Patrick Ta, this little duo thing here. Well, it's not a duo, they're sold separately. But this is the Major Sculpt Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. It's 2 bronzers, well, a contour and a bronzer, but the contour is actually a cream product. So you can see right here, I love that it has this little flap here so that the powder doesn't get into the cream and it doesn't get messy. And actually, it's not that I'm on the fence. I'm not on the fence about this. I actually did really enjoy it. I just don't love the color of the cream contour. I was applying it earlier today and I was using this brush, which I'll talk about in a second, but I did feel like the color was a little bit too cool tone for me, a little bit too gray. And I know that contours are supposed to be cooler. They're supposed to be cool tone so they can really sculpt the cheeks. But for my skin tone, I prefer something a little less cool tone. In fact, I prefer the bronzer on the bottom. I feel like this bronzer would be perfect for sculpting and contouring the face while adding a little bit of bronze. I like something a little bit more neutral where I can kind of use it as both, like a bronzer and a contour, because I wasn't a huge fan of the cream contour and I was like, I don't know if I'm liking this. But the second I applied the powder on top with like a big fluffy brush, I really like how everything came together. I think my cheeks look super contoured. I do think it's a little bit ashier and a little cooler than I want it to be, but that's simply because of the cream contour. I think if I would have used the powder completely on its own, it would have looked really good. I think the powder product is great. It blends really nicely. I like the color, perfect to contour. It's really good. But since I only like 50% of this product and I don't see myself using the cream contour ever, it's not really worth the money for me because obviously I'm only using 50% of the product. So I personally don't think I would ever repurchase this, but if the cream contour was a little bit warmer, like if it was a shade that I really liked, I feel like I would love this product because it's not that the formula was off, I just did not like the color. By the way, I got mine in the shade She's Statuesque. They have 2 different colors as well. This is the lightest one. And then the brush, honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's nice, it's good. I personally prefer something a little less precise, something a little bit more fluffy. Even though I am trying to contour, I don't want something too chiseling like this. So this is the Sculpt contour brush from Patrick Ta, and you can use this with creams or with powders, which I actually did like about this brush. I thought at first it wasn't gonna be great for cream contour, but when I read on the back of the box that it was recommended to use this brush with that cream contour, I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. And honestly, it works fine. It like blends the product really nicely. It is very, very soft. Don't get me wrong. It's a really, really great brush. I'm just saying, me personally, I prefer to contour with something like this, which I know isn't super precise and it's kind of fat, but it is a little bit smaller than like a typical bronzer brush. So I feel like it's perfect to get right in here without looking too chiseled or too sculpted. I like something a little bit more natural. I'm gonna continue to use it, but I think if I didn't have the 20% off, I probably wouldn't have bought it. And I don't think it's like out of this world. You know, I need to touch up my lip liner because that lip gloss is making moves on my lips. We might as well talk about the lip gloss. Okay, so I picked these up. And I have something to say about one of these. So these are both lip plumpers. I love lip plumpers. I love testing them out. And I actually already have this one. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. Not to be confused with the Too Faced Lip Injection. This is the Lip Injection Extreme, which is way, way better. Way more extreme. This, in my opinion, is by far, hands down, the best lip plumping gloss I've ever tried. Like, the one that actually works. The only lip plumper that actually really plumps your lips, in my opinion. The Lip Injection Extreme. It's freaking amazing. Painful to some. Not gonna lie, pretty painful to some, but really does make your lips look nice and juicy. And so I saw that they had this limited edition version in the shade Bee Sting, so I had to pick it up. And honestly, I'm so freaking glad I did. This smells incredible. I don't know, what does it smell like? Like honey? It just says shade inspired by the golden shine of real honey. I don't know what this scent is, but it's so warm and so delicious. I freaking love how it smells. It's probably honey. And I applied some of this earlier right on top of that Gucci lipstick, and honestly I feel like it really does plump the lips. I have very small, very tiny little lips. This is as close as I'm gonna get to a lip injection. And I swear it really does plump my lips. Like, it makes it look so freaking juicy. It really does the job. Now I will say, if you don't like lip plumpers, like if you don't like that tingly feeling, you're gonna freaking hate this because it tingles. It's a little bit painful. In fact, Natalia was at my house a few months ago. I've spoken to you guys about Natalia a few times. She's our lead designer, creative director at our brands, and she was at my house the other day, and I had an extra one laying around, and I was like, hey, do you want this? I have an extra one. And I was telling her all about it, how much I love it because it plumps my little lips. So she was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And so she put it on, and like 2 seconds later she was freaking out. She was like, why? My lips feel super painful. She could not handle it. It was so funny. And then when she went to go wipe it off, she accidentally like smeared it on her face, which you should never do with a lip plumper. Especially not this one. And then like her entire cheek was like super red. It created a little bit of a rash, not gonna lie. But you see, like right now it's tingling a little bit, but nothing unbearable at all. It just like makes your blood rush to your lips. It gives you a juicy pout. I love it. Totally worth it. Natalia, you are a wussy. If anybody else hates this and it's super painful for them, I'm not calling you a wussy. I'm just calling Natalia a wussy. I know it. I take it back. Anyway, I was really excited for this. It's amazing. And so I was just as excited for this Buxom Plump Shot Collagen-Infused Lip Serum, which I honestly bought it just because it's collagen infused, because, you know, I'm 29. I love the bottle. I love the shape of this. Super cute. I was trying it on all day yesterday, and I was honestly just like, I don't know if I'm just like spoiled from my Lip Injection Extreme that this barely tingled. I mean, there was a tingling sensation there for sure, and I think it kind of smoothed out my lips a little bit, like it plumped them ever so slightly, but honestly it just wasn't enough for me. And I kind of felt like it was a little bit gritty. Like the texture of this lip plumper is not thick and balmy the way that the Lip Injection is. Like I bought it to plump my lips, and I feel like it didn't really do that much. So I'm gonna stick to my Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. That was my rant on that for nothing. Okay, we got 2 more products and then you guys can go. I'm sorry, we've been here a long time. And oh my god, funny enough, the last 2 products are cream bronzers. Well, this is a combination, but you know, it's the springtime now. Summer's rolling around. I cannot wait to just sit outside in the sun in my yard for the entire summer, just like out there by myself. But I love wearing really juicy makeup in the spring and summer. Anything cream, anything juicy, I'm all about it. I got this from Kaja. This is their Play Bento blendable sculpting trio, and it comes with a bronzer, blush, and highlight in one. But this is interesting because the bronzer is actually a cream bronzer. So you get a powder blush, which is a really pretty like bubblegum pink color. By the way, this one is called Butter Up. This is the lightest one. They have a few different shades. So you get this really pretty pink blush. this really, really beautiful highlight, which I honestly haven't been wearing highlight all that much these days, but this color is freaking stunning. Actually, let me apply a little bit of this. Is there a mirror in here? Perfect. Let's take that little thingy off. Oh, I love ripping these little things off. It's so satisfying. Just gonna add a little touch with my Eagle Tools brush. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. Very pretty highlight. It kind of has like a pinky undertone. And then you get your cream bronzer at the bottom, which this looks like a really, really nice color. Like not too warm, not too cool. It has a really nice undertone, so hopefully the formula is nice. And I like that this is like all in one, compact, easy to travel with if you're traveling. Yeah, I got that. And then last but not least, I got this Iconic London Sheer Bronze. It is a cream bronzer in the shade Golden Hour, and this is what it looks like. I actually haven't even swatched this. I haven't seen the color or anything. Oh, it's a very, wow, it's a very, they ain't kidding. They ain't kidding when they say sheer bronze. That kind of like blended out into nothing actually. See right there. Okay, we'll see about this one, folks. We'll see about this one. I'll probably use it on a music and makeup session over on my IG stories, but I don't know, I'm worried about that one. Well, anyway, guys, that completes this video. These were all the products I recently picked up at the Sephora VIB sale. I am dying to know what you guys got during the sale. Please tell me everything you bought. If you bought anything, leave them in the comments below, and if I haven't checked it out, I will check it out. Leave me all your recommendations down below. You guys know I love the just arrived section at Sephora. And also, anything you want me to check out at Ulta, drop it down below as well. But anyway, guys, that completes this video. I love you so, so, so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!